Hey folks, let's talk about 4 common errors made when cold calling. This is Mansoor Suhail, your instructor from my learning center. Have you observed that the tried and true cold calling strategies that were once successful have entirely lost their potent over time? Simply said, they are ineffective now. However, because it is all they are familiar with, many salespeople still employ them. They are operating under the same outdated cold calling paradigm. The mistakes they keep making are the same ones. In this article, I would want to discuss 4 common mistakes that people do while cold calling in the old-fashioned way that might lead them astray. Number 1. Make a compelling, zealous sales pitch. Sales zeals nearly always make people feel pushed, especially if it comes from a stranger. You see, a powerful sales pitch makes the implicit assumption that the other individual is a fantastic fit for your product or service. Consider it nonetheless. They are someone you have never really conversed with or even talked to. It's impossible that you now know much about them. You are therefore simply another salesperson trying to get them to make a purchase in their eyes, and thus the walls are built. It is far preferable to gently believe that you are incredibly ignorant of your prospect. To hear about some of their worries and challenges, ask them to. Instead of imposing your predetermined plan or pitch, let them lead the conversation. Number 2. Constant sale making is your aim. Prospects are aware of your agenda when you cold call and always aim to close a deal. Then they go on the defense almost immediately. You are not really thinking about them. You are mostly thinking about yourself and the sale. With the perspective of the past, you push forward in the anticipation of a sale. You are urging, persuading, and moving things along. Nevertheless, the majority of cold calls end when the other party senses the pressure of the sales pitch. Why? For the simple reason that they do not know you and don't believe you. Because of this, the sales momentum you are trying to build actually meets opposition. They are attempting to defend themselves against an alleged intruder who seems to have selfish intentions. A different objective can be used to approach cold calling instead. Determine whether you can help the other person out by finding a solution to their situation. This sounds very different to the person you're talking to until you start thinking like a problem solver. Nobody is rejecting you because of you. Instead of phoning to make a sale, you're calling with all of your attention and effort focused on their needs. Number 3. Pay attention to the conversation's conclusion, because that is when purchases are lost. You're looking in the incorrect place if you think that losing sales is a result of a mistake you made at the conclusion of the process. The beginning of a cold calling conversation is when mistakes are made the most frequently. Seeing as how you establish your credibility and sincerity in the outset, the other person would most likely hang up on you after a few seconds if your cold call began with a hard sell sales presentation. You are not allowing a natural, trustworthy discussion to develop when you adhere to a sales script, strategy, or presentation. Your very first words have thereby started the issue. Thus, it is at the start of the cold call, not the end, that you should concentrate all of your attention. Number 4. Disputing and overcoming any objections. Overcoming objections take up a significant portion of most traditional sales programs. However, using these strategies just increases the amount of sales pressure placed on your prospect, which results in resistance. The reality underlying what is being said is also something you neglect to investigate or comprehend. Saying there is not an issue in response to statements such as "we don't have the budget" or "call me in a few months" can help you find out the real reason. Then you might ask them to tell the truth about their circumstance by speaking to them in a kind and respectable manner. Stop thinking like a salesperson and try this new method of cold calling instead. People will respond to you more positively, and you will realize that you are acting more naturally. Folks, thank you for listening. Join our Facebook group, My Learning Center. Subscribe to our channel, My Learning Center, on YouTube. And visit our website for quality ebooks, audio courses, HD video courses, and many more.